Well, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I got another one for you today. I'm over here with the king. Listen, let me start this long story short, worst riding bike from the factory. Right off the showroom floor, this has to be, if you have a choice of three, this has to be your last choice. Guys, give me a second, I'll explain. All right, so I said it. Bad riding bike. The riding part, not so much, but the wind protection. Let me show you guys something. I'm gonna stand on this side, okay? So we got the King, and then we got Bipolar. You guys know that's my 2021 Road Glide Special. This is my 2022 Roadking Special. Now, there's a big difference, right? Up front, there's a huge difference, and the wind protection. I will tell you this, a Road Glide probably blocks about 75 to 80% of wind that's coming towards you as you're on the highway, okay? Your helmet is gonna knock out another 10, 15%, so you're only dealing with 5%. That's get you some fresh air up there. Now, look at this. You got two elbows, that's what I'm gonna call them. You got two elbows, and they're not gonna block anything. I rode the bike all weekend. Put it on the highway for a quick second. And I really did a lot of local city street riding. Like I said, that's what this bike is going to be mainly for. But at the same time, it's got to be able to get somewhere. It's got to be able to get to the places to hang out. So take the bike out, 45, 50 miles an hour, I'm okay. But that's the max. Without a windshield, you really don't want to do anything more than that. Let me get over here. You really don't want to do anything more than that because I'm 95, 98% of the time, I'm riding with a full face helmet on. Yeah, I was riding with a full face helmet on the whole time with this bike, but it was just like I'm fighting Mike Tyson in there. It beats up your body. So salute and shout out to all the guys who ride these bikes without windshields on them and get on the highway and try and do miles and miles and different things like that. Or even if you just own one and you don't have a windshield, more power to you, but it ain't for me. I'm telling you right now, guys, it ain't for me. So like I said, 45, 50, I start feeling it. Anything over 50, I felt like, okay, come on. It's all here. You're taking it, especially when your handlebars are set up a little straight like these. These are the factory handlebars, but they're pushed up a little bit, so the guy must have been taller who owned this bike. And I understand why he did it, but at the same time, I'm probably sure why he got rid of this bike. Guys, I'm telling you, I'll tell you again, for your first bike, you need a fairing. If you're not that type of rider, I know some people want to kind of experience it, but if you're your first Harley, you need a upper fairing because now you won't enjoy the ride, and especially if all your buddies got, fairing bikes, you're not gonna ride with them. And I'm sure that's probably why this guy took the bike and traded it right back into the dealership and probably got himself a bike with a fairing in the front. Now, I'm taking these rides, I jump on the highway, and I gotta get this bike up to 70. The bike's not slow. With this front fairing missing, it knocks off a lot of weight. The bike is nimble, like they say. It's easy to throw around. When I'm doing U-turns, it's so much smoother, so much easier. You're seeing more. So now you're a little bit more confident. So now you really want to ride the bike. It's almost, like I said, man, it's borderline street bike action with this bike. But now you're on the highway. You have nothing in front of you. You can't even bend down to get under the wind or under a windshield, nothing. You're gonna sit there, and like Stogie said, you're gonna be eating bugs if you don't have a helmet on, and I got a full face, and I got a windshield, and I got my shield comes down and everything like that, but your head's moving. It's so much wind in there. Your ears are whistling because of all the wind that's coming in. So it's a horrible, horrible first ride on the highway for me. During that highway experience, I only got one exit in me, okay? An exit from one to the other is probably about a mile. And I was done. I was like, nah. Let me make some phone calls. I immediately get on the phone. I need a windshield. I need something to put on this bike to really get me a little bit more comfortable and a little happier right now. That's on a Saturday I did this, right? Saturday afternoon, I was already at Harley trying, hey, let's swipe it. Let's get it going because you can't deal with something like that. Now, I want to put a clip up there, and I'm going to let you guys see exactly what I'm talking about in a second. But let me show you what we did to get past my anger for not having a windshield. All right, guys, so here we are. We got the wind splitter from Harley. This is their sport little windshield. It's called a windshield wind splitter or wind splitter windshield, one of the two, one of the other. It does need brackets to accept the bracket that's on the windshield. This already comes assembled, but this does not. You have to put these in here. Now, me not knowing Harleys or knowing Roadkings, it already came with a set, but I bought an extra set. I got those on the side. Now it has rubber grommets. What I did was go back and just change out the rubber grommets because I want it fresh for my bike. And those look a little worn. Maybe not too worn, but for peace of mind, since I bought them, I might as well throw them on. Yeah, I could take them back, but it ain't worth it to me. So let me show you how I put it on. All right, so the bottom grommets accept the windshield. Just make sure you get them in there. And all it is just a little push. You don't even need to really do that. I just do it for dramatic effect. And on the same side, you're pushing that on. And you're making sure these are squeezed in there. I'll show you, I'll zoom in a second and show you guys what it looks like. Now, I've seen guys put a strap on here because they're pretty much gonna keep it on there full time. I'm not gonna do that because when I wanna clean the bike, I wanna clean the bike. I want this out of my way. And I don't want it all the time because this is all a piece of, it's probably plastic, but it's this glass effect. You want to keep this clean. You don't want to scratch this. $470 plus the bracket. The bracket was $30. So you're looking at a $500 accessory. Now, what I'm going to call this is our first modification. Now, once you put this on, I'll be honest with you guys, it cuts down a lot of wind. A lot. I'll say now, if that bike's at around 80% of cutting down the wind, this breaks you down to about 65 to 70%. Remember, it's not very huge. It's not very tall, but just like on any other bike, you're gonna put yourself a windshield on just to cut through the wind, redirect the wind. So at this point, yes, this is very good for me. This is fine for me. Like I said, taking a couple of hours of a drive, a trip, perfect. Anything more than that, I ain't doing it. No. Remember, the front end is very light. You're still feeling wind. It's not very bad. You're not really fighting the bike. But if you don't have this windshield on, good luck to you. Now, my next thing, guys, you know how I am. I put this on and I put fingerprints on it. I got a brand new rag, and this is what I use. And this is what I'm going to continue to use because I leave it on the bike. This is Bug Slide. So see if you guys can see that. It's Bug Slide. Hopefully you saw it. Spray it on. Now, I'm doing mine spot by spot, like the whole top area here, because I don't want to run this thing dry. So I'm gonna keep, just me guys, you probably got your own method on how you do it. I wanna keep it wet because I don't want to put any scratches from this rag or anything else, and this is a brand new rag. So now I'm gonna wipe it until it pretty much dries up. But $500, the best $500 I think I spent on this bike, even though it's the only money I spent on this bike, it did not let me down. We went straight to the dealership. This was their last one. As always, it's always the last one, right? And we got it. Man, I'm telling you, 2 seconds. I threw this thing on and got right back on the road. I think Harley made this one because they kind of wanted it to give it a little bit of more aerodynamic effect. Now, we all know that Harley windshields are never the best, but this was the best one I've seen. And on top of that, it's pretty much performing for what I think it's going to do. One thing I don't like is the brackets that come on the windshield. They are chrome. They don't sell the black brackets. What I have to do is take them off and get them powder coated. But the rest of it kind of makes the bike look a little bit more sporty. Now, guys, watch this quick video. I'm going to show you with the windshield on, with the windshield off. You tell me what you think. If you pay attention in the video, you can even hear the wind really whistling in my ears, and that's with a full face helmet on. full shield down. The bike, when it doesn't have the windshield in front of it, you'd be surprised on how much it actually does. And it's almost like, you know, you're about to get taken off this bike, man. Especially when you're trying to do speed, you know, 60, 70 miles an hour. You're holding on. You're not riding the bike no more. It's just like you're fighting it. Listen, when you're in Florida, you gotta play defense around here, because if not, these people will run you over. Wait till the light turn red, then go. Show you what I mean. So guys, you obviously can tell the difference when I got the windshield up, windshield out. And I probably only did about 60 miles an hour. I just got on the bike real good a few times with the helmet on, with the windshield on, with the windshield off, so you guys can actually see how I'm looking. And I'm trying to keep my eyes open, and I'm trying to do it, but it's kind of like pointless at the same time, because you get something in your eye, you got to pull over, you hurt yourself, you're done. So that's what you need. This is from Harley. Guys, there's a bunch of them out there. I know Clockworks makes one. I know there's a few other people that make one and get different colors and everything like that. But this is the theme I'm going for. Yeah, I'm going to keep black in this bike. But that's it. Don't scratch it. Don't try and do too much with it, because this is the front of your bike. People are going to notice and people are going to see. So be careful. Do not let anybody touch it. You put it on yourself. I'm keeping my box that it originally came in. So if I do take it off, I'm putting it directly in the box. There's still foam in there. I don't want any issues. Now, let me show you guys the bracket, the hardware that goes here. It's very simple. Hope you guys can see that. That's the part number. Oh, I could probably cover the part number, but that's the part number. And I'll read it out to you guys. 58221-04. And I'm going to show you just basically how it's put together. Very simple. It's only 3 pieces to each side. So real quick, you probably can't see my face, but whatever. Rubber, grommet, metal, nut, screw, whatever goes inside there. And then we're connecting it to the nut, right? We just push it in there a little bit. Now we put it here. And I think this is a 1/2 inch. Goes right in. It's perfect. It's perfect. I trust it. It feels very secure to me. Now, it's easy to come off, guys. I'll show you. That's as easy as it is to come off. I'm going to push it back on. Of course, I got to use my rag. But that's it. That's pretty much it. Guys, if you have or getting or thinking about getting, try and follow me a little bit, because I don't want nobody to waste their money on parts that they don't need. But this was the first major modification that I felt like I had to do. Guys, remember what I always tell you guys. I go seat, I go handlebars, I go windshield. I need my comfort first, and then I can get out there and start modifying. modifying the bike and really get it to actually where I want it. Now, I did a few other modifications. I'll show you a little bit later in another video, but they're gonna be all the parts that I kind of need to really get on the bike and really also be comfortable. So it will kind of coincide with a lot of the other stuff I did. We'll get to the seat in a minute. We got, like I said, we got something special coming for that, but that's it. That's really it, guys. I feel like this was the best investment over the weekend. Yes, it cost me a pretty penny, but I had to get it done. This bike, like I told you guys, will most likely be going to Daytona in 2 weeks from now. Next week, actually. So I got to have something that I can really put together, really ride, and actually get those miles on every now and then when I need to. When baby's over and when she's out of surgery, she'll be back on the scene. But as for now, that's what we're gonna do. So guys, please subscribe, hit the like button, do it again. Yeah, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, and share these videos with your friends, especially if somebody else is talking about getting something that I might have already bought. You guys can, help them out. Yeah, that's all it is. So guys, if you have any comments, hit the comment section, and you know how I do it. If you don't want to comment in the comment section, go over to Real Official Mac on Instagram. I'm a little faster to get on and try and answer you guys back as much as possible. But until the next time, guys,